Hi, William. Welcome back. Today, we'll be talking about commonly misused words in English.
Thanks, Emily. I'm excited to learn more about these mistakes.
Great. Let's start with affect and effect. They are often confused.
I've seen these two a lot, but I'm not sure when to use each.
Affect is a verb meaning to influence something, like the weather can affect your mood.
So effect is the noun form, right?
Exactly. Effect refers to the result of something, like the effect of the weather on my mood was noticeable.
Got it. What's next?
Next is borrow and lend. People often mix these up.
I think I know borrow means to take something from someone, but what about lend?
Lend means to give something to someone for a while, like can you lend me your pen?
So borrow is taking, and lend is giving.
Exactly. Now let's look at compliment and compliment.
These two sound very similar, but what's the difference?
Compliment means a nice thing you say about someone, like she gave me a nice compliment.
And compliment is when something completes or goes well with something else, right?
Exactly. For example, the wine is the perfect complement to the cheese.
I see now. What about stationary and stationary?
Stationary means not moving, like the car is stationary at the red light.
So, stationary is something else?
Yes, stationery refers to paper, pens, and other office supplies, like I bought new stationery for writing letters.
Got it. And what about desert and dessert?
Desert refers to a dry, barren area, like the Sahara is a vast desert. Dessert, on the other hand, is the sweet course of a meal, like I love chocolate dessert.
Another common confusion is capital and capital. Capital refers to a city where a government is based, like Berlin is the capital of Germany, while capital refers to a building where lawmakers meet.
Exactly. For example, Washington, D.C. is the capital of the United States refers to the city, while the senators gathered at the Capitol building refers to the specific place where they meet.
What about emigrate and immigrate? I often see these two mixed up.
Great question. Emigrate means to leave one's country to settle in another, like he emigrated from India to Canada. Immigrate, on the other hand, refers to coming into a new country to live, like they immigrated to the United States.
I see now. How about fewer and less? People often get confused with these two.
Yes, fewer is used for countable items, like I have fewer books than you. Less is used for uncountable items, like I have less water than you.
I understand. Fewer for things you can count. Less for things you can't.
Exactly. Another common mistake is with lay and lie. Lay is a verb that means to put something down, like I will lay the book on the table.
And lie means to recline or rest, right?
Yes, for example, I lie down to sleep every night.
I see. What about bring and take? These can be tricky.
Bring means to carry something toward the speaker, like can you bring me the book?
And take means to carry something away from the speaker?
Exactly. For example, I will take the book to the library.
Got it. What about who and whom?
Who is used as the subject of a sentence, like who is coming to the party.
So whom is used for the object of a sentence.
Exactly. For example, to whom should I give this letter?
That makes sense now. How about accept and accept?
Accept means to agree or receive something, like I accept your apology.
And accept means to exclude something?
Yes, for example, everyone is invited to the party except John.
Great. What's next?
Another confusing pair is further and farther. Farther refers to physical distance, like the store is farther down the street.
And further is used for more abstract distances, like knowledge or ideas.
Exactly. For example, we need to discuss this matter further.
I see. How about ensure and ensure?
Ensure means to make certain of something, like please ensure the door is locked.
And insure is related to insurance, right?
Yes, insure refers to providing insurance coverage, like I need to insure my car.
Got it. What about imply and infer?
Imply means to suggest something indirectly, like he implied that he was unhappy.
So, infer is what the listener does, like, I inferred that he was upset.
Exactly, infer is when you draw a conclusion from something, like she inferred I was angry.
I see now. What about aid and aid?
Aid refers to help or assistance, like they sent medical aid after the disaster.
And aid refers to a person who provides help, right?
Exactly, for example, the president's aide helped organize the event.
Ah, that makes sense now. What about conscious and conscience?
Conscious means being awake and aware, like she was conscious after the surgery.
And conscience refers to your inner sense of right and wrong, right?
Exactly, for example, his conscience told him that he should apologize.
I understand now. What about allude and elude?
Allude means to mention something indirectly, like he alluded to his future plans during the meeting.
And elude means to escape or avoid something, right?
Exactly, for example, the criminal managed to elude the police for years.
Got it. How about historic and historical?
Historic refers to something very important in history, like the signing of the Declaration of Independence was a historic event.
And historical is used for anything related to history, right?
Exactly, for example, the museum has a collection of historical artifacts.
I see. What about imminent and eminent?
Imminent means something is about to happen, like the storm is imminent.
And eminent means someone is well known and respected, right?
Exactly, for example, he is an eminent scientist in his field.
Ah, that clears it up. What about breathe and breath?
Breathe is a verb, meaning to take air into your lungs, like I can't breathe properly because of the smoke.
And breath is the noun, right?
Exactly, for example, take a deep breath and relax.